Hello, this is Ivan from Loquiz, and today we're going to see in details the settings of a task. So let's just create a game, and as you probably know, every Loquiz game is made of tasks, and the task will then influence the rules of the game. To add task, you can simply add or create a new task. We're going to add tasks from here. You can add tasks that are already in your library, used in other games, or you can use tasks from the public library. So these are predefined tasks. I made myself most of these, and you can add to your game. So let's just create a new task, and there are several tabs of settings. We'll go through them, but let's start with the task, and most importantly, the task type. First of all, there is a task, and every task has to get some text on it. For example, we will make a quiz question, and you have different settings here that allows you to modify the text. You can make it bigger, you can have some text that's bright, and also if you are writing in Hebrew or Arabic, you can also write this way from right to left, and you can also change, you can remove the formatting. If you ever copy paste a text from somewhere else, and especially from an AI, I recommend that you use this every time you copy paste. And as you can see, I remove all the formatting. So here's our text, and now we have the answer, the task type. You don't see here, but we have a drop-down menu, and there are 11 different task types that we will see one by one. The first one is the multiple choice. Multiple choice is a bit the standard quiz type, and in the multiple choice, let's just put like this. What color is a ginger cat? The correct answer is orange. And so here we have the answer, which you can select the correct one. And to create a task, you just click here. So here our task is available, and it's already in our game. Just like this. And let's see the next task type. The next one is multiple answer. Let's just change the question, and you will see. What color is a calico cat? Do you know the answer? The answer is not just one color. The answer is 3 colors at once. There are 3 correct answers for that question. And the multiple answer allows you to select multiple answers. Next task type is the text. And the text allows you to have a field where you can put the answer here. What is the name of a black and white 4-color for a cat? And the answer is tuxedo. So it looks like this. If you tick this, this may be important for some of your tasks. This will show different slots. On each slot, you can add the letter. And this would look like this. We have the number task type. The number task type is pretty much the same, except it uses digits instead of letters. And same as the task number, you can use the code box. So this can be, in fact, useful if one task is like a lock, and a lock with a number which they have to unlock with the correct combination. Next task type is the photo task. The photo task allows the player to take a picture, and then the picture will be in the system. You can see the picture from the result page, and at the host, you can add or remove points based on the picture taken. By default, the player will receive the number of points that you have here. So if it's 10 points, they just take the picture, it's 10. And as I say, you can modify it manually. And this looks like this. Next, we have the video type of task. The video works pretty much like the picture, and please note that you have a limit of 15 seconds per video. This is important to take into account when you are conceiving a video task. We set it as 15 seconds because a video can be quite a lot of volume for the player's phone, but also for our servers. So yeah, please keep in mind that it's 15 seconds. Next task type is the no answer. And the no answer is generally a notification or some information for the game, and you don't want to have it like a quiz, you just want the player to read it. There will only be a OK button. It looks like this. And then you have the activity station. The activity station task is useful when you have a game with facilitators, and the facilitators have to take the device from the players, and from the device then they have to instruct the players on what activity to do. In our example, let's imagine that they have darts and a target, and depending on where the darts land, then they score points. And if you're familiar with darting, you know that the maximum points for one throw is 60. The facilitators can check how many points they get, and they can manually type here, and they can validate only if they type the password defined here. In that way, the players can't attribute themselves a number of points. The facilitator can. And from the app view, this looks like this. Next task type is the superpower, and the superpower has two different effects. The first effect is the multiply score. Imagine that we have a time 2, and you can define a time in which this multiplier lasts. And in this case, the players open the task and they get this bonus that will affect all the other tasks that they open and that they succeed. You have a second superpower, is the bomb. The bomb allows the player to put a bomb somewhere outdoor, and if any players or themselves walk on this area, then the screen will get disabled for a few seconds, just as you can see here. Next task type is the augmented photo. The augmented photo is simply like a photo task, except that you can add a picture here. And for the picture, I recommend that you use a PNG file that's 4:3 or 3:4 ratio with transparent areas, because the transparent areas will be the actual pictures, and whatever you put on top of it will appear. And here one example of a picture that can be taken with the augmented photo. The 11th and last task type is the object finder. It's also similar to a photo task, except that it will scan the items that's on your site, and you have to find the items that you can select here. We don't see the drop-down menu, but there are around 80 items that you can choose. And you can choose a car, you can choose a bench, you can choose a cat, even if it's not an item per se. And with this, you just scan, and if it finds an item, then it will consider the task as correct. But please note that this is not 100% reliable, and it's important that if you incorporate this task type in your game, make sure that the game doesn't 100% need to succeed in this task. It has to be more like a bonus that they have to succeed. For example, they have to find a cat, but we are not entirely sure that the item will find a cat or that they will find an actual cat. So yeah, please take this into account when you create a game with this task type. On this page, let's see the other settings. We have the points here. You can change the number of points. You can actually put negative points like this. Negative points can be used, for example, no answer. and you want to put a penalty, for example, if they go to a place that they shouldn't, then you can put 0 as well. And here are the tags. The tags can be useful when you want to organize your task. For example, let's add a tag cat, and if I save change, you can see the tag right here. By the way, you can see also the task type here and the points. And when you want to see your task, you can organize the task view based on the tag. Here we can see 2 of the tags that we have that has this tag. So we've seen the different task types. If you have any question, feel free to send me an email at ivan@loquiz.com. Have fun!